I've been fighting at the North Road all the livelong day. And now we're crossing across the border. The long fort is in our way. Welcome back to My Sight Games. My name is N-Sight, and today we are continuing Fire Emblem Awakening. In the last episode, we fought at the North Road, took out the Risen that had been spotted there. And this time, we are starting Chapter 3 at the Long Fort. And trust me, as soon as this chapter's over, I will have a lot more that I will be able to say about the game itself. So let's go ahead and get started. Freebing. I love the fact that she can't even say her Z's and D's correctly. Stand beside my horse, my lady. She'll shelter you from the wind.
Oh.
So this is the fortress.
Right.
Yes, the Long Fort. It stretches along the border of Elise and Regna Ferox.
Ah.
The Khans that rule Regna Ferox have grown quite wary of foreigners. Still, don't mistake a lack of hospitality for open hostility. This simply calls for a bit of diplomacy. Negotiation's not my strong suit, but I'll do my best. Remember, everyone, your actions here reflect back upon Elise.
My lord.
Trouble in the wind, my lord. The Feroxi Guard are mobilizing.
What?
What? Why?
Right.
Who can say, but they look ready to let fly at a moment's notice. We'd best be prepared for combat, just to be safe. Perhaps we ought to pool our supplies and select which shepherds to deploy. Loath as I am to trust her, Sarita might offer some valuable insight in this. Indeed, she is our tactician after all. So, Sarita, what do you suggest? While I'm thinking of what to take care of, I'm going to go over the preparations menu. First off, you have select units. You can literally choose anyone in the team. For this mission, I'm going to select Muriel instead of Frederick. I know Frederick's probably pretty good for this mission, but at the same time, I feel like he could see the bench a little more often. Also, he is literally level 1 with only 11 experience. You can go into the inventory and move things into the convoy and subsequently take things out. Hence why I'm grabbing the glass axe from the inventory for Vake. I do not believe... Yeah. I do not believe there's anything in the inventory that anyone can take advantage of. I'm going to go ahead and give the Catharsis to Lissa if she ever does get to that point where she can use B rank stabs. But there's another reason for me going into the inventory. You can see what other characters have, like the Seed of Trust or Chris's Confect. I want to apply Chris's Confect to a few characters. It'll grant HP up 5 and defensive resistance each up 2. If I remember correctly, Vake's gonna want to have a piece of that. Muriel's HP isn't her strongest suit, but her resistance definitely will help make up for that if I ever go up against mages in this chapter. Virian can stand to use it in case he gets caught in a bad way. I'll have you use it so you at least have something to work with. And I'll have Sarita hang on to it, but I'm not going to use it on her. There is one other unit that we're going to get. As a matter of fact, we can already see that we have our ally Kellam. And finally, we can take a look at this. This is the unit viewer mode. You can only access it from the inventory menu, from the field itself, and a couple of other areas. So inventory, equipping skills, you can't take a look at it. Support menu, you cannot take a look at it. If you have any support conversations you didn't get prior that you want to now, go ahead and jump into this menu. It'll help you out in the immediate aspect. That iron sword can come back. I want to give that to Stall. And much as I would like to keep him with the bronze sword, I'm going to put that on Sully. Because she could probably stand to use that. I am going to give her the... I'm essentially going to make sure that they both have a bronze weapon and a and an iron weapon, one of which is their stronger weapon, essentially. So that covers those two. I think I'm about done. For equipping skills, everyone already has every skill that they can equip on them, so there's nothing really that I can do right now. However, you'll gain skills based on the levels of your classes. If you ever want to change out skills right before you start a battle, you can do so. See what's out on the field. If you've got an item, or excuse me, if you've got an item underneath a chest or something, you can go and select it that way. I'm going to double check and make sure that I'm not missing anything. Excuse me. I'm going to make sure I'm not missing anything, but I'll be right back. And I think that'll do it. I want to take a look at my map real quick. I want the 2 cavaliers going off to this side. Some may... Well, now that I think about it, actually. Yeah, let's have Stall follow this group over here. Nope, my bad. I'll have Stall over here heading this way. I'll have Muriel and Virian following with him. I want Crom to move off to the left. Sully, Serena, Lissa, and Vake are going to be moving off to the right. I'm gonna have Lissa paired up with Vake, so she's not going to be getting as much of the action, but I would highly recommend at least having vulneraries on as many people as you can over off to the left side if you're going to send your healer off to the other side. Regardless, let's get started.
Who goes there?
She already said it. Don't have to. In the name of House Elise, I seek audience with the Khans.
Halt!
Not another step, my bold lad. I've lancers at the ready.
Wait.
Hold, my lady. We are not your enemy. Exalt Emran herself sent us to discuss matters of mutual interest.
What?
My only interest is keeping you out of Regna Ferox, brigand. Brigand? Now see here.
Right.
You think you are the first Elysians to try and cross our border? I have the authority to fell such impostors where they stand. How dare you! You are in the presence of Prince Crom, the Exalt's own blood. Ha! Yes, indeed, and I'm the Queen of Valm. You do realize impersonating royalty is a capital offense, yes? Then perhaps we should settle this the Feroxy way. You claim to be the Prince of Elise? Then prove it on the battlefield! Ugh, Emran won't like this at all. Please, good lady, if you'd just listen. I've heard quite enough. Attack!
Sumia.
Better hold on tight, Captain. Could get bumpy.
Right.
You'll be fine.
Sumia!
Right.
Oh, Captain, I'm so relieved I made it in time.
Listen.
That goes double for me, Sumia. And is this the same ornery Pegasus we met on the road? Oh, she's a sweetheart, isn't she? Once you get to know her.
Good.
Well, many thanks to you both. I think the Pegasus is blushing. And I think we had all best focus on the situation at hand.
Crom!
Crom, they're coming. Alright, the Feroxy way it is. Victory. Defeat the commander. Phyla said Pegasi can fly far afield, but they're highly vulnerable to arrows. This is the point. Flying arrows are always weak to arrows, which is why Varian is going to be very helpful in the coming chapters. Don't worry, girl. I'll watch out for archers for both our sakes. Alright, that makes sense. Before you do anything, don't even think about pairing Crom with Sumia. Go over here and talk to this character. Kellam! Why do I feel like I'm being watched?
Don't you see me?
Sir? Sir! Right here, sir! Who's there? Show yourself! I'm standing in plain sight, sir. Right here. Blah! Oh, is that you, Kellam? When did you arrive?
What?
The same time as you? I've been with you all along. I am still a shepherd, right? It's quite the honor, after all. I'd hate to lose it. Sometimes I...
Forgive me.
Of course, Kellam, forgive me. You're just so quiet. Completely... Quite alright, sir. I'm quite alright. I've been told I'm easy to miss. At least the Feroxia didn't find you. I've been calling to you and waving my arms for several minutes. I don't think they've so much as glanced this way.
Really?
You almost sound disappointed.
If you say so.
Well, I'm glad you finally saw me. Just try to keep an eye out from now on. Well, now that we've got both characters up here, I think it's time we go ahead and go over them. And essentially, Crom's going to be sitting out this turn because, well, yeah. But anyway, Tobias! Well, the fan base is very split about this woman. Sumia is an interesting character. Not only is she one of Crom's potential wives, but she can also only marry 4 other characters. Frederick, the Avatar, and 2 others we've yet to see. I will point them out when we see them, though. Sumia is our first Pegasus Knight, so speed and resistance are more than likely going to be her best stats in the end. That being said, she's a flyer, so archers are her weakest matchup due to her low defense and having bonus damage from this. I haven't gone over this in its entirety, considering the only main unit we've had that was weak to anything was Frederick, but these certain classes have weaknesses based on whether they are dragons, flyers, beasts, undead, or armored units. And out of these types, undead is the only enemy exclusive one. It's limited to Revenants and Entombed, which we never get on our side. Flyers like Sumia are weaker when hit by bows and wind magic, so keep that in mind while using her. Aside from that, Sumia is one of the few units who has immediate access to the Pegasus Knight class, and it helps her stand out from other female units. After reclassing her into Dark Flyer, she'll be able to get Gale Force, which is one of my favorite abilities, after reaching level 15. Her other options let her be either more defensive or magic-based, so keep that in mind when deciding how to reclass her. The Knight class offers both Luna and Pavise, which are pretty good skills, and the Cleric class allows her to gain a magic boost if you want her to use Tomes as a Dark Flyer. Experimentation is not unrewarded with her, so have some fun. I'm not forgetting anyone, am I? Okay, that joke is only funny once, but I almost forgot about him when planning out the series. Kellam is our first knight, intended to be a wall against physical weapons, and he does a pretty good job of doing so. The Knight class gives him good strength and defense, but his speed is extremely lacking, so keep that in mind. If you're wondering why he's not the best, his alternative classes only give him Thief and Priest, which I'd advise that you use the Advanced Assassin and War Cleric. Why? Well, first, he's not a good magic attacker, and it won't help him much on the battlefield. The second is that the only amazing skill from the optional advanced classes boils down to lethality, and the War Cleric has maybe renewal? Lethality is considered to be a slayer, literally, as it will drain your opponent's HP to 0 if it activates, as long as you would deal at least 1 damage point against them. It's the whole reason why I'd say he's viable. But once he's got lethality, you could really say, "Ooh, kill him!" Alright, tasteless jokes aside, we've got a battle ahead of us. These Feroxi are not going to let up, and I do want to note that the reason I'm bringing Sumia to the right is the archers to the left. There are 2 of them! And one of them essentially has an item. Let's set up a defensive wall over here. I'm going to have Serena here. Let's have Vake here. Okay, good. I'll have you right there. Sully, come over here. And Sumia, I believe... Yes, this is what the Chris's Confect was going to be. We'll use that right off the bat. There we go. I'll have Muriel stand here. Defense up galore. Defense, my friend. Defense. Okay, good. At least Muriel has 5 defense. She can survive 1 arrow. Wasn't expecting her to have to combat that. Alright. Okay. What is it, Serena?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about how you rode with Sumia earlier. Do our units always have to fight one-on-one? Ah, we're getting into the pair-up mechanic. Are you suggesting we pair up? That's an interesting thought. I admit I'd resemble a pincushion right now if it weren't for Sumia and her mount.
I see.
Exactly. By pairing up, units could lend each other added offense and defense. It might also allow quicker soldiers to ferry slower units great distances. Yes, I'm sure of it. This opens up all sorts of strategic possibilities. We should try it whenever the opportunity presents itself. I mean, yeah. But it kind of gets broken after a while. I don't necessarily have to, so I'm not going to right now. Here we go. Nice work, Vic. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Alright, anybody else want to touch my muscles? I don't feel like doing that, no. Sumia, you can help out here. Hey, Alyssa got to level 5. Just halfway there to the good classes. Alright, I've ragged on her a little too much now. Iron Lance will do 8 each. She'll be able to take care of it. Alright. Didn't get Sully. 19 on this one. Jeez. Really? Okay. Yeah, I'll take him down. Oh. Iron Lance will take him down. Let's do this, Sully. Stabby, stabby.
Damn nuisance.
Jeez. Alright. So that's that side. Let's switch over to the other. I want to use Varian for here.
I'll take notes from you.
Taken down by an intense blow. Why, yes, this is the least of my most noble efforts. Well, alright. That makes sense how he would say it like that. Alright. Kellam? Kellam. I don't know why I like that joke so much, alright? It is a stupid joke with barely any traction, but it's still funny. Alright, switch over here. Light him up, Muriel. Ooh, nice. Okay, sometimes when you're supporting or paired up, units will be able to block shots. It is a very slim chance. Note that it's 5% with Muriel blocking stealth shot. But that kind of proves that crits usually happen very often. It's considered a critical hit, if you will. But not a critical in terms of, like, the enemy would get a crit. But it happens about as often as we would get crits. Alright. Let's go up this way. Alright. Fake got the door key over on this side. Do that. Not what I wanted to do. Stuck in a little extra training. Not bad. Alright. Moving up. I don't know what I want to do here. I'm along the lines of do what you can, not what you feel you should. That way it's at least up for debate. Like, okay, he could have done something better, or it's along the lines of he could have done something other than this, but he chose not to. I don't want to be along the lines of like, it already feels as though Serena has been a shepherd forever. It's funny fighting alongside someone speeds friendships along. And the more we fight side by side, the more valuable those friendships become. He's talking about support, a mechanic that I've already shown off twice. Yeah. Certain units can support with others, but they won't be able to support with everyone. For example, Sumia only has, I think, 5 marriage options. Yeah, 5, and we've only met 3 of the characters. The avatar is always one that you can support no matter what. Yeah, open the door. Let's see what we got. Door opens. Ten twice would almost take him out. I can bring Stahl up next to take him out. And level up to level 3. Ooh. Here's the thing. I'm trying to spread out the experience. The last time I played through this game, I never used Muriel, and she became the weakest character in my army. I don't want that to happen again. I like the little metal thud whenever a knight falls over. It's just like, ugh! Do-do. Alright. You come back this way. Dude, I'm gonna heal you up. Sumia, you wanna take a crack at it? Take a crack at it. Let's see what you can do. Come on, help out here. Oh, there we go!
Oh, thank you.
And we got a level up for Serena. She's level 4 now. Usually I'm like level 5 or 6 with the Tactician, but I spam the Tactician too much. That's the thing. I need to use the Tactician for support this time. Not so much full offensive. This side now. Okay, you only have range for a couple of attacks. Let's bring you forth. They'll pop back for a moment. Jump forward, and I'm gonna bring Crom over this way. Logic would dictate that I shouldn't, but I don't care at this point. I don't care. I want experience. Yeah, stab him. Stabby, stabby. There we go.
There.
Dead in the water. Or the snow in this case. Oh, boy. Alright, let's try this. 35 experience. He's level 3. She's level 3. Level 3, level 3. Level 5, but we just got him. Almost take him out. I'll bring you up this way. If Muriel doesn't take him out, I'm gonna try bringing up Crom to take him out. Nope, Stall didn't do the extra effect. Alright. A key difference from Fire Emblem Awakening that was rectified in Fire Emblem Fates, the portraits down below on the bottom screen will show how the unit is in Awakening, not how the match should fare based on percentage, on damage dealt, that sort of thing. And we leveled up. It was a neat touch that happened in Fates that was essentially robbed of Awakening. But both games essentially had their own grand army to work with in that sense. They go ahead. I don't know why Sumia only has 5 marriage options. It's kind of sad. 4 in this file? Yeah, 4 in this file because I made my avatar a girl. Alright. I want to move Sumia here. Move the avatar here in case either is chosen. There we go. Okay. Let's bring Chrom forward, but not into Raimi's line of sight. I don't want to do that with any of my characters, like bring them into the line of sight at this point, because the boss essentially hits like a truck. The two things I would recommend at this point, if you have Frederick on the field or if you have Vake on the field, use, there's an enemy over this way. Yeah, use this. It is effective against armored units, and instead of trying to tap into Raimi's super low resistance, you can power through with physical attacks and essentially wipe him out. That being said, though, it is kind of hard to tap into on a first try. And I'm gonna try healing Muriel, getting damage with her, and then following up with some other characters. I want to spread out the experience, though. That's the thing. Let's go Bronze Sword. That's gonna leave a mark. Okay. Let's deal 10. Okay. Switch to Vake. Smack him up, dude. There we go.
Class dismissed.
I guess he's still going by Teach then. Alright, there's the hammer. And now, my friend, let us show how powerful the hammer is. So Iron Axe does 3. Glass Axe is a silver weapon in that sense, so it would deal 11. The hammer deals 26. 2 hits from this bad boy and any knight is going down. And look at the power. Excuse me. Look at the power for this thing. 10. The Glass Axe has 15. And the Iron Axe is 7. So it's not much stronger than the Iron Axe, but because it's got that bonus against armored units, it'll deal tons of damage. I'm gonna move Muriel to here. Transfer Lissa over, switch staff, heal, boom. There we go. And I don't want to have to re-record any of these chapters, which thankfully I'm playing on casual, not classic this time, but still, I want to show off classic mode at some point, but I chose the wrong file for it. Alright, Chrom has another weapon, the rapier. It won't essentially take her down in one strike, and it will break down that rapier, but I do want to save that for a boss fight that is coming later on in the series. I won't spoil it now, but I will at least show it off when that happens. And I know we'll get other weapons that can take out the armored and mounted units, and we may even get another rapier by that point, but I don't want to essentially use it at this point. 6 twice and a 7. I will use you as cannon fodder. Yeah, I'll use you as cannon fodder. Let our battles sound out the truth of your words. Wow, Sully blocked it. Alright. Muriel could technically win this. It is 12 against 9. That's the thing. It's 12 against 9. I don't want to risk it, though. I don't want to go risky for the bisky. We still got one... We still got a level 1 Pegasus Knight. You would deal Zippo. Alright.
My strength is yours.
Chrom, don't join it. Well, there we go. Muriel gets the... What? Oh, right. Massive defense. I completely forgot about that. It was like, what am I missing? Oh, duh. Superpowered defense. Raimi has no chance of criticaling, and I know Sumia's not going to do any damage whatsoever, but if Serena manages to get that hit off, that would essentially sound her victory. If not, I'll switch over to Vake. Come on, Serena. You got one more chance. Nope. Alright. Looks like Sumia's not leveling up this time. Vake! Ah. Alright, I actually do have to attack with the glass axe. You know what? No. Drop the hammer. It's gonna be... Oh, dear. Alright, let's try this. I don't want to use my tactician against her. There we go. Then your claims were true. Well, I have an invisible axe. That thing's gonna shatter 2 more times. There we go. Huh, the Vake just got a lot vakier. Vaker. Really? You massive Vaker. Serena and Sumia were the champions this time. Interesting. Sumia did no damage to the boss.
Forgive me.
1,000 apologies, Prince Crom. I truly mistook you for brigand imposters. But no frauds could ever wage as a battle as you just have. I will send word of your arrival to the capital and escort you there personally.
Good.
That would be most appreciated. Thank you. Amazing. Her whole demeanor changed.
Right.
In Ferox, strength speaks louder than words. Jeez, that is kind of tough to say right now. I should have known better than to overestimate the value of diplomacy here.
Right.
So, can we get going, Crom? Yes, it's not getting any warmer. And here we are. Ooh. Alright, so wireless features are unlocked. New data has been delivered to the bonus box. If you haven't received the data, go to wireless bonus box and select update now. I'll pop in there in a second, but we have 3 options open to us aside from support conversations. We have the inventory, which allows us to sort our items among our party members, as well as the shop system is now open to us as well. We have equip skills, which I've already technically gone over before, but if you want to change up your party members and have an all-around skill set, there are some good skills in here. For example, Miracle is a pretty good one for Lissa. The Vake's first skill, HP plus 5, it's helpful, but the way that you're gonna get a lot of your bang for your buck in using these skills, with the Vake at least, when they augment HP, or even items that augment HP, use them before the battle begins, so once you get into the battle, you won't have to heal yourself automatically. And then wireless. I'm not gonna go over wireless just yet, because there's a lot more there than meets the eye, but there's a lot we can go over. Let's go to the shop down here, as there is a bit of a difference between this shop here and this shop here. First off, you'll notice that this one has bronze sword, bronze lance, bronze axe, bronze bow, and fire available to purchase here, but this one has heal and a vulnerary. Those are the standard items. You can have up to 5 items per shop, and there's technically a paralog open at this point. But every single shop will have 5 items, or up to 5 items that you can have in a shop. Usually for the first few ones, it's 5, 4, 2, around that area. You can buy reeking boxes, which will open up another set. But if you go into this shop,
Take your time.
a merchant has made her home here. Essentially, this is where you're going to get the extra second seals and additional items. Your second seal will allow you to change a base class at level 10 or any level advanced class to a new class. I want to go ahead and purchase this. Thank you very much. I want to buy the Worm Slayer, which is effective against dragons, and I want to buy the Iron Lance. I am leaving it at that for my shopping. Once you've made a single purchase at the merchant, it doesn't matter if it's 1 item, 3 items, the base items that you get at the shop regularly, the merchant will disappear from the map, and you can only buy the first 5 items you'll have from there. The other guy
I carry only the finest.
is essentially a dude. Yeah. There are 2 other things you can do. Sell items that you have. They have a set sale price for everything. You cannot sell falchion. You cannot sell everything. There are some things you cannot sell. For example... No, you can sell that. I am mistaken on that. I believe it's A rank non-purchase, non-shop items that you cannot sell because they'll just show up as 0 coins. And if we go to Forge, we can forge weapons that you could buy in shops. For example, the rapier could be upgraded, and thunder and bronze swords could. But none of the staves can be upgraded at this point. That being said, every single person has flavor text. If you're buying for someone, or excuse me, if you're forging for someone, like Crom will say, which of my weapons did you want to forge? If you're selling someone's weapons, Serena, are we strapped for funds? I didn't know he said that. And then buying for someone. What do you think I need, Serena? Well, honestly, you need nothing because your standard sword is better than this bronze sword by 2 points. But I just wanted to show that off. Everybody has their own flavor text, and I highly recommend you go check that out. There's a lot more we can discuss, but I do want to do those on their own accord. I will be getting into wireless at some point, but the last thing I want to do before we start before we end this episode is go over the few support conversations we got this past time. How many did we get? Sully and Sumia. Fake, that's 3. I've already gone over those. Muriel and Kellam. Yeah, so we've got 4 conversations we can go over, I believe. Yeah, let's go over them all. Listen, Vake. Ogre's teeth. Where in blue blazes Crom gone to? Say, Lissa, you ain't seen that brother of yours skulking around, have you? If I had, I wouldn't tell you.
What?
Oh, come on. It's nothing serious. Why you gotta take his side all the time? Because he's my brother, and I know you just want to hit him with something. Guys, you're like children, the both of you. I could try explaining it, but you wouldn't understand. It's a warrior thing. More like an idiot thing. You know, there are other ways to communicate. Besides bopping each other on the head with blunt axes, I mean.
Hey.
Look, Lissa, the Vake doesn't hate your bro. Heck, I like him. Most of the time. We gotta fight. Fate made us rivals. And who are we to deny fate? Oh, that is just absurd. So why exactly are you rivals? Huh? Well, you know, stuff. No, I don't know. I think you have a grudge against Crom, and that's all there is to it.
Please.
A grudge? No way! I respect the man! He's the greatest warrior in the realm! But if you want to be the very best, you gotta beat the very best. Like no one ever can. Ha! Aha! But don't go telling him I said that. If he knew I was praising him, I'd never hear the end of it every time we squared off. Don't worry, Teach. I'll keep your little secret. That totally means she's gonna blab to Big Bro, isn't she? Alright. Let's go to Serena. She's got Sully to talk to. And I love this conversation. This is probably my favorite one with Sully. Or favorite line with Sully. Line of conversations. Whatever. Oh, crap. Come on, Sully. Get your damn act together.
Hey.
Sully, what are you mumbling about? And why are you holding your side? Is everything alright? I'm fine. It's nothing. Leave me alone.
Huh?
You look anything but fine, Sully. You're not hurt, are you?
Nah.
No, Alright, I put on weight and my muscle mass is down. You believe that? We're fighting a war and I'm getting a gut. Are you sure? You look great to me. Same as ever.
Hell no.
And you aren't looking hard enough. Well, this is a side of you I've never seen.
Hmm?
The hell are you talking about? Well, I just didn't think you were the kind of person to worry about her figure. Gods, but you're a bloomin' ninny. This isn't about looks! I said my muscle mass had dropped. And that's going to affect combat, which could get my arse killed!
Sorry.
I mean, yes, of course. I get it. Please don't hurt me. As the guy, that is insane. Just the fact that Sully can scare you like that. Hurt you? Why in the hell would I do that? Well, if you are worried about weight distribution, you could try this. Gods, that smells like horse slop. What is this, some kind of jerky? It's a rare form of dried seaweed, actually. I brought it down, I bought it back in town. Good gravy. Did you buy it from the secret cellar? The shopkeeper said it contained insane quantities of Okay. Then he just kept saying, oh, okay, good. It's not the insane shop. It's not the secret cellar. Then he just kept saying insane and cackled while doing a little dance. Uh-oh. That guy's a loony. Quite an odd fellow, really. Sounds risky. Well, I know how brave you are. Is that a dare? Fine then. I'll try it. Great. To tell the truth, I've put on a few pounds myself lately. I've been meaning to try the seaweed, but I was busy. Too busy. Huh, too much pie. That's your problem. Alright then, Serena. Let's see who can get in shape faster. I love where this goes, and I'm not gonna say another word. Sumia and Serena. By far my favorite two ladies hanging together. Not that I have a thing for Sumia, it's just I like this support conversation too. That's a lot of books you've got there, Sumia. Are you going to read all of them?
Hello.
Oh, hello, Serena. Yes, this is a lot of books, isn't it? Someone threw them out of a wagon, so I figured I'd give them a good home.
Whoa.
What a good idea. I always find it relaxing to do a little light reading in the evening.
Well,
Oh, you can borrow some if you can borrow some if you want. I certainly can't read them all at once.
Huh?
You don't mind?
yes.
Of course not. Here, which one looks good?
Well,
I'm not sure. What do you recommend?
well,
Let's see. Ooh, this one looks like a real page turner. Shanty Pete and the Haunted Pirates. I get the pun here. Oh boy, it's more of a pirate pun than anything.
sorry.
Thank you, but I don't like to read scary stories before bed.
Oh,
Of course. Well, what about A Simpleton's Guide to Pegasus Care? I'm not really that into animal nonfiction. Maybe third time's the charm. Let's see now. Oh, this looks great. Wyvern Wars, Terror at High Noon. I'm trying to remember what pun this is based off of. I know all of these books are based off of some kind of pun, except for that second one, because that's just nonfiction. Do you perhaps have anything a bit more literary? Oh, Pegasus poop, I'm useless at this. Useless, useless, useless. And no, I am not banging my head on the table for this. Just pick her out a book, Sumia. It's so easy, Sumia. But no, I'm too darn useless. I'm sorry, but I cannot cry in a girl's voice. That is my flaw. Oh, goodness, please don't cry. I didn't mean to imply... Actually, did you say Wyvern Wars? I've always wanted to read that one. I mean, it has Terror at High Noon and everything, right? You, can't beat that. Really? You want that one? I'm so happy. I hope you like it. Pretty sure I have to at this point. Guilt-tripping me into accepting a book. That's a new level of low. I thought Muriel was the guilt tripper. I could see why people don't accept Sumia as much in the fan base. Not really gonna push Sumia onto Crom because of other reasons, but yeah. Muriel and Kellam. Are you gonna do something, girl? Muriel? Why are you gritting your teeth and staring at me like that?
Permit me to clarify.
Because the moment I avert my eyes, I lose sight of you. Even when you don't attempt to hide, you simply disappear into thin air. You're not looking for him hard enough! It is a most perplexing puzzle. I was able to do that multiple times, but there's gotta be a crowd there nearby for me to do it. It's true that I blend into the background sometimes, but it makes no logical sense. That suit of armor you wear reflects sunlight like a mirror. Not to mention the novel nature of its oversizedness. I think I just lack presence is all. By which you mean you are unassertive, laconic, and a man of few words. That was a well-chosen bit of vernacular, a nice bit of vocabulary that I still have yet to find it, and pretty much, yeah. There must be more to it than that. Science abhors an incomplete explanation. I wonder. Can you stop staring at me like that? It's creeping me out.
No.
But you are such a fascinating subject for observation. Think of all we can learn from you. If I were able to study you somehow. I think I'm going to go now. Fascinating. Yep, vanishes into thin air. Muriel is starting to remind me way too much of Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. And yes, I'm going to drive that point home like a nail, like the hammer on a nail. Alright, I believe that's going to cover everything. There are a couple of things I want to take care of before we start the next chapter, but for now, I believe that is everything. Thank you all so much for tuning back into Mindsight Games. My name is N-Sight, and next time, we're going to be going off and doing a bit of paralog tackling. I'll see you guys then. Up one tap so it says delete, up one tap so it says copy, down, down, left, right. Show them how we do it tonight. Alright. Oh crap, I jumped out.